Live from the north side of Chicago, Wrigley Field. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Chicago Cubs. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked lost against this guy, and the way he's pitching, it doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon.
First pitch coming your way next. And today's starter, Shota Imanaga. What do you got on him, Chris?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Four-seam fastball, middle outside.
High fly ball down the left field line. Way back there. And that's a foul ball.
Four-seam fastball. One outside. Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Foul ball there.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Struck him out looking. And time now for the Phillies lineup. All right, Singy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Here's Bryce Harper. He was hitless in 4 at-bats yesterday. Shota, with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or two of incredible starts. And right now, it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Carrying well. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. Bryce Harper blasts one out the opposite way. It's his 6th home run of the season, and the Phillies take the lead. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Here comes Schwartz to the plate.
Hey, ha!
Sweet. Middle outside.
Here's 0-1. And a foul ball.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Caught him looking for the K.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
Trey Turner at the plate. Right through there for a strike. Turner with a homer in his last game. Two down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the 2nd game of the series. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Had him out front for strike 3. Bryce Harper brings the power for Philly. It's an early 1-0 lead. And on the mound for Philadelphia in this one, Jesus Luzardo. He's near the top in strikeouts, and opponents still haven't figured him out.
Yeah, his swing and miss is nasty, baffling would-be hitters on a weekly basis.
It's not just his power, it's his command of the strike zone that jumps out to me, Singy.
Yeah, he's must-see TV. Sign me up for that subscription. Every game is a pitching clinic.
Now the third baseman. The 0-1. Late that time, and it's strike two.
Ball.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
And down on strikes. One away. Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. Already trailing by a run in this one. They'll be looking to get on the scoreboard early on as well.
Well, it's just the one run, so not too big a hill to climb. But, yeah, if they can answer back in this inning or at least in the next couple, that'll maybe settle everyone into this ball game, and that includes their own starter on the mound.
Now it's going to be Pete Crow Armstrong. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Swings through that one. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday, another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
James Triantos, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Two down, nobody on. And a foul ball.
Looks really sharp at the start of this one. This is how it's going to be today. It's going to be a tough one for this lineup.
The 1-1. Just
that's
missed. And that's off the inside edge. And now 3-1. Gets him to chase after that one. Got it. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. And the Cubs are down in order. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Back here at the friendly confines. Top of the second. So the Chicago Cubs are holding their own so far this season. But, Singy, that might be below expectations for this group.
Yeah, they had some heavy expectations coming into the year, and so far they've been around the 500 mark. Not exactly lighting the league on fire. It's still early, though, so they've got plenty of time to kick it into high gear and justify those expectations.
Tosses to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. This is Bryson Stott. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon.
4-seam fastball. Low outside.
This one in the air right field. And that is foul.
4-seam fastball. High inside.
Next offering is fouled back.
4-seam fastball. High outside.
The 0-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
Splitter. Low outside.
The 0-2.
Overhand curve. Low outside.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
これまた珍
Perfectly
しい
executed
な。
12-6 curveball right there, and with that kind of break, if you can drop it in below the zone like that, it's going to look like a strike the entire way coming in and then just disappear. So hard to get under the ball unless you're really gearing up for it, and you might need a pitching wedge.
Shota, 32 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. That catches the zone for a strike, and the count 1-2.
Low outside.
Now there's a bullet down the
打
line.
ち寄った。
Base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. In steps Adolis Garcia, also known as El Bombi. And that one hit to first. That ends the inning. One left for Philadelphia, but they hold a 1-0 lead. We head to the bottom of the second. Now the Cubs catcher, Carson Kelly.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
That's to
あ
third.
ーちゃ。
Whips it across. 1 pitch and 1 out. So here's Horner now.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
No.
Ripped in the air, left
Yeah,
field, and it'll
total.
touchdown for a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
This is Dylan Carlson. Now snap throw to first. Corner back in on the dive. Close, but called the ball. Ball 1. Man at first, 1 away. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And a 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Squeaks through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
On the ground.
いやー、取り寄った。
Jump throw. On the money. Nice play. 1 left for the Cubs. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Here at Wrigley Field, and now for the Phillies, Pedro Leon.
4-seam fastball. High inside.
Ball, that's down.
4-seam fastball. High inside.
Ball.
ボールか。めっちゃ離れてるな、俺。
That's a strike.
あれで見たあんな離れてんやな。パッと見入ってるように見えたけど。
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
これもギリギリやな。
Ground ball up the middle.
あ
That's
ー、
a
取れん。
base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next for Philadelphia.
So the Philly batting order turns over, and now the center fielder, Brandon Marsh.
Wood!
Sweeper. Low outside.
Leon on at first, nobody out.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
2-2. On the ground, could be two. Corner over to second on the first double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Base is empty after the double play. Bryce Harper to the plate.
That missed. That's a ball.
Sinker. Middle center.
And another
No, that's
ball.
down. Ball.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there.
Foul.
And that's a foul ball.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Pop foul out of play off to the right.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
2 down, nobody on. Fastball
No,
is
that's outside. Ball.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
Set down on strikes. Froze him with the heater at the knees. Phillies go down quietly in the inning. They lead it 1-0. Set for the bottom of the third. Stepping in, Seiya Suzuki.
Seiya Suzuki.
That one finds the zone, and that is strike one.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Check swing, call strike, and it's 0-2. That one almost got him.
Ball.
The 2-2 now. Gallon in, moved his feet.
ボタンを押してるけど。
Stays alive. Three and two. Payoff pitch. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has become such a great pitch for pitchers to finish hitters off. They're trying to stay back with 2 strikes, make sure that they can handle something off speed, and just with good spin rate, good rotation through the zone, elevate it a little bit, get a lot of swings and misses, and that's a really nice job right there.
Michael Busch, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Well struck right field. That's back. And that one's gone into the bleachers. 3rd home run of the season, and we're level. It's 1-1.
Maybe he's starting to break out of this mini slump. That's the type of swing that makes you think good things are coming his way. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Number 6 now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. is
よ
a
っしゃよ
rocket
っし
into
ゃ
the
よっしゃよっ
outfield.
しゃよっしゃ。
Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And that's a double.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
1 out, runner at second. Pete Crow Armstrong will hit next. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Gets a swing and a miss with the sweeper. Man at second. Chase swing, but he went too far. That's strike 2.
To me, it looks like they're trying to do too much with pitches they shouldn't even be swinging at. It's tough because you want to take control of the game early on, but sometimes that approach can backfire on you.
Tied up here in the early going.
That's a ball.
Misses. It's a strikeout.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Digging in, James Triantos. Struck out looking his first time.
That missed. That's a
う
ball.
わ危な。
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the last half of the third. Can't make contact with the sweeper. Oh, trouble with the fastball, and it gets away from him. No advance, though.
ボールや。
Man on second, 2 down. Stick him out swinging. Good job at damage control right there. But the Cubs draw even thanks to this solo shot. On to inning number 4. You're dialed into the show. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Here's the Phillies DH, Kyle Schwarber. Ball 1 low. Schwarber working through some struggles lately.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this. But he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
Got him swinging.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Round second, digging for third. The relay throw. The tag, and he's out trying for 3.
Absolutely perfect execution of the relay right there to cut him down at third. And he probably should have shut it down at second base and been happy with the double, but it took a great play to get him. You just have to tip your cap.
Here comes Real Muto. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off.
Sweeper. Middle inside.
2 down, nobody on. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-2.
High inside.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Sweeper. Low inside.
And the 0-2.
Sweeper. Middle inside.
Drilled out towards left center field. That one carrying. And that one is off the wall. In with a double, and the go-ahead runs at second with 2 out.
Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
And digging in for Philadelphia, Bryson Stott. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Runner at second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. And midway in the 4th, all tied 1-1. Back here at Wrigley Field, he continues to keep the hitters guessing in this one. Singy, rinse and repeat. An impressive string of outings he's put together.
Yeah, no doubt, Boog. He's been in command early, and no wonder why this organization raves about him. He's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Oh, great stop. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Cubs.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Nico Horner will come up to hit. 1 for 1. He singled to left his first time through. To third, Sosa. Over to first. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th.
Up next for the Cubs, center fielder Dylan Carlson.
Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder Dylan Carlson. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Two down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
ちょい遅れとるな。
That one 95 to finish him off. 5th inning coming up. Tied at 1. Back here at the friendly confines. And now for the Phillies, Edmundo Sosa.
Low inside. Splitter.
よいしょ。5回50球。
Well, these Phillies just lacking discipline at the plate in this
スタミナ
ballgame.
まだ
Chasing
半
pitches
分
has
あ
been
る
a
け
big
ど、
part of the
ど
story.
こま
We've
で
seen
も
it
使
quite
え
a
な。
bit today. It's been tough for him to make
急
contact
に
at
崩れ
times,
たりす
and
る
it
から
just
な。
doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Overhand curve. Low outside. Overhand curve. Low outside.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had him eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
粘
Keeps
る
the
な。
at-bat going with a foul ball.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
粘るな。早打ってくれ。
Middle inside.
This one in the air center field. Carlson on the move. And there's one down. Adolis Garcia stands in for the Phillies.
ガルシア。
This game has been so tight, feels like the next team to score will win it.
And that's in for a strike. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. Got him swinging. Strikeout number 8.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Leon in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Right through there for a strike.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And that is that. So they go quietly there. Home half of the 5th coming up. All tied 1-1. Here at Wrigley Field, Ian Happ up to hit.
よし、入った入った入った。
And a good start to the inning.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. Struck out swinging his first time. This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
So now it's all about protecting. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
The 0-2.
The
go-ahead run to at first. Nobody out.
これも振ってまいそう。なんとか耐えとるな。このままフォアボールちゃうか。
Not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
でもよかった。場所が良かったな。ボール球やけどな。
Nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Bush swings through it for strike 1. First and second, no outs. Last half of inning number 5.
さあ、球数増えてきとるからな。
Could be some action here on this next pitch.
ボールが増えとるな。
Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Swing and a foul out of play.
Got one already tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops another one here.
さあ、クソボールか。これは真ん中やったな。
And there's one down. Go ahead run on base. Here's the Cubs lead off.
さあ、1番。
1 for 2. Swings through that one. 0-1. Bullpen activity starting up now. Tanner Banks, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Alvarado, the power lefty, up as well.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
2 on, 1 out. Foul ball still 0-2.
これもボールや。なんで振るんかがわからんけど振ってまうっていう。
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
あ
Ball,
ー
that's
っと、
outside.
振りそうや。
Foul ball,
あ
another
ーっ
2-2
と、これ
upcoming.
はでも微妙なとこやな。
Breaking that, this is down and away.
さあ、真ん中っぽい真ん中。
That ball is
あー、
foul,
ボー
and
ル
the
や。
pressure is building. Line to
よっしゃ、落
left,
ちた落ちた落ちた
and
落ちた。
that's a fair ball. Runner around third. He will score, and the Cubs take the lead. To
当たり
third,
は
not
悪
in
いけど。
time. And it's runners at the corners with one gone.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the DPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
さす
And
が
the
に
Phillies
帰る
manager
か。
making his way towards the mound now as he will make a move. Jesus Luzardo won't go any further, and he kept him in it even though he's in line for the loss right now. New arm when we come back. So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Jose Alvarado.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Runners at the corners here, one away. Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. And he swings through that one.
あー、全然クソ
Big
や。
pitch right here. He's going to try to make a
な
pitch
ん
to
じゃあの
produce a
球。
strikeout or a ground ball double play.
全然クソすぎるな。
Ball.
Swings and
ただの
misses,
帰り。
struck him out.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Triantos up to bat next, lays off for a ball.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Swings through that one for strike one.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
Ball.
That one missed. Carson Kelly waiting to hit for the Cubs. That's one away, and now 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
2 on, 2 outs. And that'll load the bases.
Ball four. Take your
Pretty
pick.
good pitch on 3-2, right around the knees. Just no help from the umpire.
And now the batter is
Kelly,
Carson Kelly.
Kelly.
He's grounded out a couple of times. Yeah, that's it for a strike. 0-1.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Yeah, that's fouled off. So they're all loaded up with 2 outs. Oh, and this one
あ
gets
ー、やらかし
away.
た、やらかした。
And the wild pitch will play to run.
あー、これは
To the plate, and he's out. They limit
さ
the
す
damage
がに
here.
2人は無
They
理や
get
った
2
な。
runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We're through 5. It's the Cubs 3 and the Phillies 1. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moments so far. Brandon Marsh
Leading off for
stands in for the
Philadelphia,
Phillies.
Center fielder Brandon Marsh.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
And that is out of play.
さあ、どこまで
So
も
important to
使
get
え
ahead
な。
of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run
準
to come
備
to
は
the
で
plate.
きた。
Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Nope, ball.
Overhand curve. Low middle. Four-seam fastball.
マーシュ、マーシ
The
ュ。
1-2.
Really good
いや
take, especially with 2
ー、高い
strikes.
な。
Middle outside.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
Sweeper. Middle outside.
Swings through it for the K. Whiff number 9 for him in this game. 9.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
Here is Bryce Harper.
Oh, yeah.
Four-seam
The Cubbies up by 2, and we're the top half of the 6th. There's a strike.
Overhand curve.
あれも低いんやけど、枠にギリ入っとんのよね。
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Flew open at that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the
よっ
ball
しゃ。
alive.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Kyle Schwarber comes up
三
to
振
hit.
はようけ取って
Cruising
る
on the
な。
mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him.
Heck.
Overhand curve. Middle outside.
Ball.
Overhand curve. Middle outside.
And 1-2.
Pretty nasty curveball from 12 to 6 on the clock. It can jump out of the hand at the hitter, speed you up a little bit, and then just falls out of the zone.
Sweeper. Middle outside.
On the ground right side
Ah,
into the
これはあかんか。
outfield base hit. And now a 2-out opportunity for Trey Turner. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Four-seam fastball.
さあ、この回まで頑張って
Trey
もら
Turner
い
with
た
a
い
chance
けど、
now. In for a strike. And it's 0-1.
次帰るわ。
Fouled off left side.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
Here's the 0-2.
His
Nope.
understanding of the
Ball.
strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
And it remains 2-2.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
Fights it off. You'll see another.
粘る男。
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
2-2 now.
まだ
Throws a
粘る。
two-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Pitcher having a pretty tough
はよ
time
打
getting
って
that
く
swing
れ。
and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
ああ、
Ball.
That's off the mark. Full count
Four-seam
now.
fastball. Low inside.
あーっと、
And
あ
that
ーっ
eats
と、な
him
んやなんや
up.
なんや。
Around second is Schwarber. In the dirt. And he can't hang on to
最
it.
後ポロッとした
Almost a
な。
fantastic play.
Putting some good swings on the ball. That's his second extra base hit in this one. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Gonna bring up JT Real Muto.
いやー、
Drove it
帰
off the
る
wall
か。
last time. Just missed out on a
い
home
ける
run.
と思ったけどきついな。
Here comes Craig Counsell, and we're going to see a pitching change. Shota Imanaga, done for the afternoon. He exits with the lead and gave them a really nice performance. New pitcher on the bump when we get back.
Now pitching for the
New
Cubs.
pitcher on here,
Number
Luke
43.
Little.
All they need from him right here is one out, but that's easier said than
Luke
done for sure.
Little.
Lots of pressure with two runners in scoring position. He does have the one open base to work with if needed.
Middle outside.
In for a strike, and now just one pitch away from surviving the inning. Fly ball out to left field. Hat moving under this one. And that's the third. Phillies score holds. It's 3-1. Bottom of the 6. So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Carson Kelly.
さあ、ケリー。
Kelly with some impressive production lately. And the 0-1.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
Ground ball up the middle.
正面か。
Over to first. And that's one out as they get the lead off on the 6th. Here's Nico Horner. Just off the outside edge. And that is ball 1. Challenge from behind the dish here. And it's a called strike after the review. So they've still got both their challenges. Now the 0-1.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Oh, that hit him. And he beats it. He's safe. That one got him pretty good, but perhaps the silver lining is that it got him non-throwing on Chris.
Yeah, assuming there's nothing broken in there, I think he should be able to shake this one off. But, man, that can't feel good. He's going to have a pretty nice bruise at the very least, that's for sure.
One down. Dylan Carlson now at the plate, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And it goes just foul. Check swing. He held up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Step off throw to first. Corner back in on the top. In the air to left center. Leon has a beat on it. That's out number 2.
A little drop and drive on that swing. Backside collapsing just a little bit, trying to put the ball in the air.
And the Phillies manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make a move. Jose Alvarado is done. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Here's the new pitcher for the Phillies, Taijuan Walker. He's been someone, at least in the early going, that they've leaned on. Ian Happ, the next Cub to hit.
Well, both sides equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Late with the swing there.
カットか。
Runner takes off, and that one fouled off.
なんか走りそうな気配やな。ちょっとリードでかないか。
The 0-2. Happ lays off. Way inside, gets out of the way.
Straighten
him up a little bit. Corner off of first with 2 away. Line drive, base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
完璧や。
Now the 0-1.
完璧や。
Now the 0-1. 2 on. 2 out. 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 2 on. High leverage spot, and
Seiya
here is
Suzuki.
Seiya Suzuki. First offering way inside, almost got him.
カーブはない、スライダーやね。ああ、
Whip, but
甘い
it
な。
curls foul. Two on, two outs. Swing and a miss.
ボ
As
ール
he
や
was。out front that time. Got it swinging. It's a strikeout. So a job well done from the Philly bullpen that time. We're through 6 full. It's the Cubs 3 and the Phillies 1. This is Phillies baseball on the show Northeast. Back here at Wrigley Field, top of inning number 7, Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies.
もう一人やっとここ。結構みんな疲れとるな。
The lefty, the 1-0.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Late on that fastball.
Sweeper. Low outside.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. One down. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Sosa at the plate now, and that's strike 1.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
That's a ball.
The Cubs leading by 2 here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. And a count 1 and 2.
High outside.
Ball.
いや、高すぎる。
Low inside.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
Two-seam fastball. Middle outside.
Comes the 2-2. On the ground to
よ
third.
っしゃ。
Tosses across to first. And 2 away to start the 7th. At the plate, Adolis
ガ
Garcia.
ルシア、ガルシア。
And first offering is fouled off.
Sweeper. Middle inside.
2 down, nobody on. That one out
う
to right.
ん、間に合うか。
Way back there. And a foul ball.
入ってもうた。
Low inside. Sweeper. Low inside.
Grounds one to
Yeah,
short.
so.
Triantos sends it to first. And the Phillies are set down.
よし
in
よし
fourth.
よしよし。
It's the Cubs 3 and the Phillies 1. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
First baseman, Michael Bush.
Bush checks his swing. Appeal to third. Did not go.
You know, these Cubs, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. It's been one good swing after another, and 7 of their hits have been on line drives. That's a lot of barrels, a lot of noise
バ
at
ウ
the
ル、
end.
バウル。
Swings through that one out in front that time.
With all of those hard hits, this team is going to love seeing the spray charts after this one. It's clear they're not just getting lucky up there right now.
Started after him.
Yeah,
Appeal to third. Didn't go.
わーっと完
Drilled
璧
in the
や。
air, high and deep right field. That one on its way, and it bangs
棒
off
に
the
大
foul
当たり。
pole home run. another homer. His second home run of the game, and they boost their lead. It's
第4
4-1.
号か。
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. Off the bat, it looked like it had plenty of distance, but there was just no telling if it was going to stay fair. I mean, he really hooked that thing down the right field line. Good thing that big pole was there to let us know. Could have very easily just been a long strike if he hit it out front any more than he did.
Swinging a foul back, that's out of play. Walker, he's one of those guys who uses the cut fastball as his primary offering, and when it's on, it can induce a lot of weak contact. Next pitch off the plate. Ball 1.
And the late movement on the cutter is really what makes it so effective, because as a hitter, you make a decision whether you're going to swing or take a pitch before it actually gets into the zone. So that late movement causes it to miss the middle of the bat, sometimes miss the bat entirely.
In plenty of time to first. Awesome play there. And now it's going to be Pete Crow on strike. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3.
なんか全然打てんな。誰を持っていくかやな。マイケル・コンフォートか。
Craig Counsell going with a pinch hitter here. Michael Conforto.
And he's taken this guy deep a few times in his career, Boog, so look for him to have some good swings up there at the plate. Pretty comfortable, it seems.
Tell fans a little bit about the difference between a cutter and a slider.
Well, a cutter looks more like a fastball, but it has that late movement like a slider that's hard to pick up. Now, with a slider, it's a little slower, the spin is different, and sometimes you can recognize that. And it tends to break a lot more horizontally and vertically than the cutter.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in. Here at the bottom of the 7th.
準備ほんま早いよな、これ。あれもう1個の方か。ミンターか。ミンター
Oh, look at the stop to first, and very nicely done for the out. James Triantos, the next Cub to hit. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. Tap foul at the plate. Check swing, but he went too far. 0-2 now. Got him. That's the 3rd out.
フランデーに手が振る。
Cubs tack on another with a solo jack. It's now a 4-1 ball game. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton ready to begin the 8th. Pedro Leon getting ready to hit.
Well, that two-seamer is heat-seeking.
いや、いい感じで抑えてくれてるな。
Runs in on those hands.
And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-2.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at-bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field.
取れんの
This
か。
looks like extra bases. And he'll get there with a double to lead off the 8th.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way.
No
Now a huge
choice.
at-bat in this game coming up.
Mars in the box now. Takes strike 1.
さあ、1番か。いやー、高い。
Swing and a miss as he was late. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out. And we're at the top of the 8th.
That's the ball.
Sweeper. Low outside.
Foul ball. Another 2-2 upcoming.
hanging in there pretty good against the lefty.
いやもう疲れてきたからな。よう投げてるでな。
Swing
あ、
and a
振り
miss.
よった。
Not what you're looking for after the
交
leadoff
代
double.
や、
A
交代や。
strikeout, and there's one away. Here's Harper now. He's already homered here in this one. Here comes Craig Counsell, and we're going to see a pitching change. Luke Little done for the day. It's a 3-run
でも
game,
2
and
番
we'll be
手
back
でよ
to
う
tell
投
you
げ
about
た
the
で。
new arm in a minute.
素晴らしい。
So they bring on the veteran, Obi Milner. He's been so good against lefties.
連続で左っていうの。
Some hitters are just more
こ
confident
れ
they
ま
can
た
track
打
that
ちに
first
くい
pitch
や
out
ろ
of the
な。
hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
逆やったら嫌やな、これ。
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Going to count 1 and 2.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
あーっと、やばいやばいやばいやばい。
He's there. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And now Kyle Schwarber steps up in a critical moment. Right through there for a strike. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That one fouled off.
Sweeper. Low outside. Sweeper. Low outside.
さすがにフラムか。
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Sweeper. Low outside.
あ
This one smoked on its
マ
way
ジ
out
か。
of here.
あ
Kyle
れを持って
Schwarber
い
with a
く。
rocket. And they throw a pair on the board.
That's some Schwarber power for you right there. Well, I'm not really sure how he kept that fair. When you're out in front on a breaking ball like that, such a good chance that it's going to hook foul, but not this time. He kept the hands moving forward just long enough to sneak it inside that foul pole.
Here's Trey Turner. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over.
Sweeper. Middle outside. Four-seam
Lefty continues to work with the closer getting loose in the
この回は行ってほしいな。
bullpen. Swinging a foul straight back.
中継ぎ疲れとるからな。
below middle.
Stays alive.
Sinker. Below outside.
And a
Yeah,
swing and a
shot.
miss. And that's that. But the Phils get 2 on this blast. It's now a 4-3 ball game. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Zach McCambly.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
ああ、打ってない今日。
Check swing called strike.
代打、代
Strike
打。
one. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Tanner Banks
甘いや
appears to be
ん、
getting
甘いやん。
loose. Keller, the right-hander, also getting loose. So now pinch hitter for the Cubs, Miguel Amaya. Here comes the 0-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. McCambly in his rookie season, 26 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick in 2020. The 0-2. Nice
はあ、
grab.
取り寄った。
Throw to the pitcher, and they get the out.
Up next for the Cubs, second baseman, Nico Horner.
Here's the second baseman, Nico Horner.
はあ、
Ball.
Liner,
ライ
base
ト
hit.
前のシャ。
So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
6
Dylan
月分
Carlson,
か。
the next Cub to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. Now quick throw to
I am.
first. Horner back in on a dive. First offering. Runner goes.
よっし
Sharp
ゃ。
grounder. That's through for a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and
連
second
チャ
now
ン、
one
連
out.
チャン。
Ian Happ, the next to hit. And that one clips the corner.
うん、
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Ball.
4560か。
In the dirt.
ああ、
They'll
や
throw
ばい
to
やばい。これ
third,
やばい
and
って。
he's out
あ
easily.
Well, you want to see
Come
guys
in.
aggressive out there on the base paths, but you also want to see them smart as well in making their decisions. And right there, couldn't really tell how far away that ball was. So if that's the case, you got to shut it down. He gets caught stealing there, takes himself out of
早
scoring
鈴
position.
木。
Battling here as he fouls it away. Runner at second, 2 down. And ball 4,
That's ball
2
4.
aboard.
Take your base.
早鈴木。
Up next for the Cubs, right fielder.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Zach McCambly gives way, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for
Brad
Philadelphia.
Keller comes on now.
Gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. 1 for 3. That one fouled hard the other way.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
わお、打った。
Hard hit, left field, base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe at home, and the runner scores from second. And they lead by 2.
Got the job done to put him up by 2. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
So digging in, Michael Bush. And everyone is thinking the same thing right now.
Yeah, they're thinking, will he do it again? He's already homered twice, and most recently in the 7th. This guy's left a huge mark on this game.
As well as on the baseball. 2 on, 2 outs. And that one fouled off. The 1-1.
It's a tough pitch, but in
あれ
terms
は
of
ボールや。
the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one, that's the
入
one.
っ
When
て
he
んのか。いや、
elevates,
ボールやった。
hitters
そう。
aren't touching it.
チャレンジしたらよかった。あんなに離れてたんや。
That's
That's
inside.
inside. Ball.
And with 2 outs and the count full, the runners
さあ、
will
ラ
be
ンナ
on
ー
the
一
move.
斉スタート。
Gets a piece there. We'll do it
い
again.
や、ボールかな。いやー、際どいとこやな。
And the
Yeah,
tying
shot.
run is on base.
結局フォアボール。
You're trailing in this ball game, trying to keep things close. They've been in a difficult spot, and things aren't getting any easier.
Number 6
Ah,
swings
mine.
through it for strike 1.
Base knock
Ah,
really
come on.
gives them an opportunity to take control of this
Silly
ball game.
Damaya.
You don't want that other team to think they have a shot, and a knock here would be a big blow.
あー、ストレートかい。
They limit the damage here, but they pick up 1 run on the RBI
や
single.
ってもう
Last
た。
chance coming up for the Phillies. Back here at the friendly confines, all set to start the 9th in this one. JT Realmuto stands in for the Phillies.
さあ、変えるか。マートンやな。
Phil Maton on to try and close it out.
Oh, that insurance run in the bottom of the 8th inning was so good to add on, especially with this power hitter at the plate. If he goes deep, you're still up in the ball game. Really good spot to be in right here.
In the air to left center. Triantos under it. Takes it in for the out.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
あー、こ
And
れん
it
か。
finds its way through for a hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. And here is Sosa to the plate. Turned on, but foul wide of third.
Curveball. Low middle.
やっ
In
と。
the dirt. Nothing doing. Count moves to 1-1. The Phillies with the tying run at the plate here at the top of the 9th. And a count 1-2.
Curveball. Low outside.
あ
Ball
ー、
left
フォア。
side. He'll see another.
Sweeper. Low outside.
The 1-2. Swing and a
Yes.
miss. Struck him out. Phillies have just 1 out remaining. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Adolis Garcia. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
Curveball. Low middle.
Tying run at the plate.
Curveball kind of backed up on him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
And now the Phillies down to their final strike.
No, that's out.
Low outside.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Curveball. Low outside.
And this one
Yeah.
bounces away from Amaya. The throw into second, but he's in there easily.
やっ
And
て
now
もう
a
た。
man into scoring position. That's the
Yes,
third,
sir.
and that one handled. Throw to first, ball game, and the Cubs even this series up at a game apiece.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
A 5-3 final score in this one. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
今の良かったのに。58分やな。これがやっぱちょうど早すぎず遅すぎずベストやな。ねえ、また勝ったな。勝って負けて、勝って負けて、勝ってで、連敗はしてないな。まだ4月なんやな。なんか5月かと思ったらまだ4月か。今日が23やから、アストロ戦か、今日は。で、2.5 か。まあ、まだまだわからんな、これは。マリナーズか。さあ、終わろう。